What's up? It's Mark, and I'm back with another video. I want to tell you because I'm being consistent, but you get the point. I'm being consistent. So, just this past week, I celebrated my 37th birthday. I know I look 27. I know I'm really giving 18, but yeah, boy, what did I say? Did I say 27 or 37? I'm 37. Whatever I said, scratch that in the beginning. I'm 37. I turned 37. I look 27, look 18, still giving, still pulling, whatever you want to say. Yeah. All of that wasn't even necessary, but I felt like it. So, one of my gifts for my birthday and was actually on my vision board was to take a train ride across country. I know it may not be for you, but hopefully this video may convince you. And if you are a person that is interested in doing it, baby, do it, do it, do it. Oh my God, do it. Anyway, that was on my vision board, my virtual vision board. Now, mind you, my partner is really great on giving gifts. In fact, I've learned how to become a better gift giver because of him. You know, I was the type like give you a little card with a gift card and all that, and he is not that way. He is intentional. He is thoughtful in his gifts. Like birthdays and Christmas is a whole thing. So it made your boy have to step his cookies up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be having to plan 6 months out. My birthday is coming up. I know he does, he's going to do it up. So I just throw it out there like, if you struggling, which I know you probably ain't, but if you struggling, these are some things that I would love to do. I would love to take a train ride across country. Also, a hot air balloon ride. I've done it before, but I wanted to do it again. And skydiving. I've done that before, but I wanted to do it again. So two things I wanted to kind of re-up on. And one of those things I haven't done before, which is the train ride. And so lo and behold, that was something that he wanted to do as well. Now, our offices are directly across from each other in our home. And on my left here, I know you can't see it, I have a TV. On my TV, I've created a virtual vision board. So it showcases images that are the things I want to happen in my life or whatever, so it has those images on there. I have an image of a woman looking out of a window, gazing as the train is coming around the mountain. Should be coming around. The train is coming around the mountain. So I'm like, you didn't see that? He was like, no. And now he comes in my office all the time, right? He never saw it. But I did say it out loud to him, like, a few weeks ago. If you're wondering, this is what I want. So let me take you back to the day of my birthday or the day before. The day before, I'm told to pack a bag, told what items to have in these bags. So I know, of course, we're going somewhere, right? We're going somewhere. And, I was told we have a flight in the morning. Didn't know where we were going to land. And so I do the packing, do all of my stuff, and I'm ready for our trip in the morning. So get to the airport. You can't really hide where you're going once you get to the terminal. So I know that we're going to Chicago. I'm not really thinking nothing of it. And I know I've told him of what I wanted to do, but I wasn't pressed. Like it wasn't a thing that had to happen for this particular birthday. And so we get to Chicago, get to the airport, and I see that we're going to Chicago. I'm like, okay, I have a friend in Chicago, a really great friend. So I was like, okay, Chicago, let's Chicago. Chicago is a beautiful city. Every time I go there, I enjoy. It's just really cool, got a nice vibe. So I was like, okay, Chicago for the birthday. Get to Chicago that morning because we had a really early flight, like 5 or 6 in the morning. Let's get to Chicago around maybe 10. We get there, have breakfast. After breakfast, now I will say, I'm not going to mention this restaurant that we had breakfast at, but it wasn't good at all. I was like, Chicago, now y'all be putting it down on the food, but over here, baby girl, she wasn't giving. She was actually taking, and it wasn't a good taking. But no biggie, every restaurant you eat at ain't gonna be a hit. So afterwards, like, okay, what's the next move? And he's like, we can check into our hotel early. So I was like, okay, good. We can go kind of chill, relax, get settled in, and I guess whatever the next move is. Now, mind you, nothing really registered to me that typically you don't check into a hotel quite that early, but it just didn't dawn on me. I'm just, just in my lucky go happy world, and we're walking. And we get to a building and still nothing is resonating. And we get to this building where I see a lot of people are sitting down. I see a lot of people are, just kind of lingering and still nothing registers. Because I'm thinking in my mind, this is Chicago. So things may be set up like the hotel may be inside of a building that you have to walk through. So, like, okay. It wasn't until we get to the entry point where I see Amtrak that I'm like, wait a minute. Are we going where I think we're going? And so I'm like, oh my goodness, we're going on the Amtrak. Unload our stuff there that's gonna go on the train, and we just kind of sit there and we wait. Which we had to wait a few hours. Not a few, maybe an hour and a half, long enough to take a nap. And so it was time to board the train. I'm super excited. That was a little process, but nothing too, nothing too crazy. It was a little process though. A lot of waiting. I'm used to it in the military. They tell you hurry up and wait. So a lot of waiting, but we finally board the train. I'm super excited. We get into our sleeper. We have what's called a sleeper. Now, what I've learned so far from this experience, because I'm by no means am an Amtrak expert. This is my first time doing it. But you can do coach, you could do a sleeper, and you could do like an upgraded version of that, like a VIP room, which is, I guess, more space. Well, it is more space. You get a shower in there, a bigger bed, just more room to stretch out and move. And now we have what's a sleeper. A sleeper is much smaller, has a bed that you can create at the bottom level, and then you have a bed that you can pull out. So enough space for 2 adults. And then when you kind of push that back up and let the bed up at the bottom, there's 2 chairs and there's a tray in front. And so I'm excited, I'm just excited, like, okay, cool. Now, mind you, also, I've been in the Navy, so deployment, I'm used to tight spaces like that, so it doesn't bother me at all. Now, if you're a person that bothers you, maybe this is not going to be for you, but if you're up for the adventure, this is a cool experience. So we get settled in. Our like attendant for that area where our sleepers or our room is, he kind of walks by and just kind of gives everybody a breakdown. Actually, if you have any questions, what to expect, tells us that we have to RSVP for dinner, and which was interesting to me. I was like, okay. Yeah, I got an RSVP. So you got an RSVP for dinner for that particular Amtrak train. And y'all, something that I did not realize or did not expect, I guess I wasn't thinking about it, but the food was good. The food was good. It was pretty good for it to be on the train. And so it's like you go to this area, it's a diner area, it's a diner. Like they're getting food from the bottom of like somebody is shooting that up, and like it's like a little thing. I can't explain. It's like a little thing. Maybe I'll put a picture up here. It's a little thing that comes up, and if they pull the trays out, and it's food. Like I had steak, and we had complimentary wine, dessert. It was good. I'm just stuck on the fact that the food was good. I didn't have any expectations. I wasn't even thinking about food and what you're going to eat. They also had a mini bar on it the first night. Now it didn't come back for the second night, but it was on for the first night, a mini bar. You can get your little alcohol. And then they had a cafe at the bottom level. So there you could get candy, you can get drinks, water, coffee, tea, hot sandwiches, things like that, a hot dog. So food wise, you were taken care of, especially if you were in the sleeper area. Now, if you have a sleeper or above, you have access to the diner, so you'll get your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you're just in coach, you can still get the food, but you have to pay like a flat rate fee for it. If that's what I'm understanding. What to expect when you get ready to eat. If you're eating breakfast, or actually all 3 of them, anytime you go to the diner, they have it set up where you're probably going to have to interact or sit with somebody that you did not come with. Now, it was me and my partner there, so it's 2 of us, and you're in a booth. So if it's 2 of you, they're going to have 2 more people come, and first come, first serve. So if, let's say it's 2 of us and another couple comes in, then they are going to sit with us. If it's 2 individual people coming, then they'll sit with us. So it just kind of works like that. If a couple came in and it was 3 of us together, then that couple wouldn't sit with us. They would start a new table. But another single person would come in. It had to be 4 people to a table is the point that I'm trying to make. So each time that we ate in the diner, we got an opportunity to meet somebody new, which was so cool. It's a little odd at first because you're like, oh, I'm going to sit with it, but once you kind of get into the experience, it was cool because you got to talk to people that you would probably never, ever in your life, a million years, run into. And we met so many people, so many experiences, people from Germany. We met this one lady. She was headed to this camping or hiking trip where she's going to be staying outside for a week and unplugging. We met another guy that just gotten off of like a cruise from his country. Met a guy that just graduated from college. He was 18, not 18, somewhere. He was young. He just graduated from college, and this was his first kind of cross-country trip. The sights were amazing. Now, mind you, there is no form of entertainment on these Amtrak trains, so it's nobody's gonna come out dancing. There are no shows. There are no talent shows. There's none of that. No, you bring your magazine, your books, your whatever, your cards. A lot of people were playing cards. And you can't have your technology if you want to listen to your music or whatever, but the signal, depending on where we were, went out a lot. Not so much that you didn't have service or signal, because there were times I was on Instagram and different things, but for the most part, you're going to be disconnected. But the experience, the sights, the food, the mingling with new people, it was amazing. I would so want to do that again and again. And the only thing is, I didn't see a lot of Black people on there. It's like, are we just not adventurous like that? Because I couldn't wait to do it. I didn't see a lot of Black people. There were a lot of young people, but not a lot of Black people. And so if you're on the fence about doing it, do it. Don't let it have to be a TikTok trend or a social media trend before you step out and experience it. It's a slow way of getting wherever you need to go, but it just puts you in such a peaceful state because you're not in a rush to go nowhere. You're not thinking about the train, the experience. You're looking out the window. And even if you are in a coach area where, you just have your seat and maybe somebody else with you, there's still an area where you can go and you can observe, because they kind of have all the windows around. So there's plenty of opportunities to look and just connect with yourself, with your partner, with whoever, maybe by yourself. But if you're on the fence, do it. If you never considered it before, put that in your list of things to do before you leave this earth. I'm telling you, it's an amazing experience. And if you're going to do it, I advise you to do it overnight so that you can get the full experience. Like, just go do it. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in, or have any questions, or you're interested in going for an Amtrak ride. I'm not being sponsored by any means necessary. This is just something that I wanted to do. And I wanted to create a video for people that maybe on the fence, maybe thought about it, maybe haven't even considered it. Go do it. Now, I will say, it's not necessarily cheaper than getting a plane ride or other alternatives, but you're not necessarily you're not doing it for it to be cheaper. You're doing it for the experience. Especially now, if you do coach, it might be cheaper, but if you're doing the sleeper where you're going to have your own bed, they do have bathrooms on their bathrooms. Think about an airplane. That's kind of like the size of the bathrooms. There is a shower, and it's also public. So you got the public bathroom and public shower. Now, mind you, I just thought about this. That shower I don't remember it being occupied a lot. I'm going to come back to that thought later. Because I know me and my household, we took baths. But I'm going to leave that alone. But if you have the upgraded one, you had a shower inside of your little room area. Not a lot of space for either places, but it's just enough for you to have what you need. So do it. And this is Marc Coley. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, leave a comment, connect with me. I'm just on this adventure of this thing called life.